Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been very quiet this week. Something happened on Sunday. If you've seen my face, if you saw my Instagram post, you know that Dad took a bit unwell on Sunday while we were out for lunch, and we ended up in the A&E department of an Edinburgh hospital. He's fine. He's absolutely fine, and just overheated and um, just passed out from that. So that he was absolutely fine, but they just decided to take him in to check him out. We got back. We've mum went in the ambulance with him. I followed in our car, and Dad came home with us. So yeah, he's absolutely fine. But we just decided that we're going to have a very very quiet week and just sort of all of us kind of recover from what was kind of an unexpected outing on Sunday. But that's fine. So yeah, but I've got managed to get a fair whack of reading done. I'm very very chuffed with myself. So last weekend I read and finished Stuart Little by E.B. White in kind of one sitting. You know, it's 100 odd pages. I read this for the classic children's literature book group that my friend Elizabeth Tyree of the channel Soul Stained Ink. I will leave a link to her channel down below as she has started. So this was our June pick. It was okay. Do I think that middle grade age children would find it relevant in today's society and world? I don't think so. I have to, at my age, maybe it's because of my age, but I found part of it a bit far-fetched. And I was like, yeah, right. So I'm not 100% sold on Stuart Little. I've read it, ticked it off, but it was just meh for me. I then read Midnight in the Snow by Karen Swan. For me, this book was too long. This was over 400 pages. Let's see, how many was it? 454. I think this could have been told in 300 pages, if I'm honest. Premise of the story is that the main character, Clover, is a documentary maker, and she has made a film that is winning major awards to do with surfing, and an incident happened to a surfer that left him disabled, and she's become very friendly with the family, with Corey's family. But she decides that she wants to learn the other side of the story from Kit Foley, who was the other surfer that was involved in the incident and who used to be Corey's best friend. Now Kit has stopped surfing and is now trying his hand at snowboarding. So a lot of the story takes place in Austria, which was lovely. I really like Austria as a country. I liked it as the setting for this. But there was just the interaction between Clover and Kit. There was one incident and I'm like, yeah, right. It was just, to me, it was unbelievable. It was like, what? And I just thought, no, just couldn't connect with the characters or this kind of the plot line. And I just didn't care for it. As I say, I think it was too long-winded. Could have been written, if it had been written as a shorter book, it could have been punchier. So I ended up giving this kind of a 2 out of 5. It just didn't do it for me. I then read The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Finished this 2 nights ago. And it was okay. I'm not raving about it. We meet Jess, who's a single mum, and her friend Fizz. Now Fizz is a romance writer, and she, they meet in a cafe every day, and Jess is a freelance statistician So they meet at this cafe every day, and at 8:24 every day, this really good looking man comes in, orders an Americano and walks out. Until one day they stop him because they've heard something about him, and that his company is about to launch a DNA, how am I going to put this, dating site. Basically, you get your DNA analysed and it matches you with somebody who's got, their DNA sample has compatible markers to yours. So they go and they actually hear the pitch because he invites them, and they get two kids. And one night Jess is having a downer and she just decides, right, I'm going to do it. Gives the spit sample, sends it away, and lo and behold, it comes back as a 98% match with, you've guessed it, River, who is the guy that comes into the cafe. So now begins the story of their romance, or them getting to know each other and seeing is their match really as good as it says it is, etc., etc. I really enjoyed the interaction between Jess and River, and I really liked getting to know more about River, and in many ways getting to know more about Jess. I really liked that, and I really liked the way that their romance built. It was a very slow burning romance, which was good. There was no immediately jumping into bed, which was great. And I really liked that. I just, at times there was something that happens and I'm like, oh my goodness, and that kind of slightly spoilt the story for me. And I was just like, oh, did you have to put that in? But I can see why she did it. But no, I think I'd give it sort of 3.5 out of 5, so I would definitely give it a go. I then spun my wheel, I forgot to record it, sorry, and I did I think it was the Christmas one, the summer one, but why I put this in the summer one, I don't know. But I'm reading Hopeful Hearts at Glendale Hall by Victoria Walters. This is the third book in the Glendale Hall quartet. I am enjoying it. I don't want to say too much about it just now because I will review it once I have finished it. But yes, I'm on chapter 20, and I reckon, I've got that to read. That'll be done by this weekend. So yeah, so that's kind of my reading. But I think what we need to do is spin the wheels for two books for next week. So let's go for my physical TBR spin the wheel. So let's see what we get. So we've got Elsie's Little Black Book. Right, if you hold on, I will just see if I can get it and I'll let you know about it. Okay, here we have Elsie's Little Black Book. So the premise at the back goes, it's hunting down every man you've kissed, the answer to finding Mr. Right. When Evie is invited to a wedding of the guy she'd fancied throughout her teens, it's the final straw. What's wrong with her and why can't she keep a man? Isn't Elsie, it's Evie, sorry, it's Evie's Little Black Book. In between consoling herself with ice cream and chocolate and sobbing her heart out to her cousin Charmaine, Evie has a brainwave, and it all centres around her little black book. Well, more floral pattern notebook really, which contains the details of every man she's ever kissed or dated. Perhaps the cure for a disastrous love life has been nestled within its pages all along. Does Evie's Little Black Book really hold the answers, or will she learn that X's are X's for a reason? Oh, this sounds quite fun. Ooh, right, we shall see what this brings. And let's go for my Christmas one. Let's see, let's spin the wheel. We'll spin the wheel for my Christmas one. So let's see what we get. we have Make, Do and Mend in Applewood. Right, okay, I shall get that and we shall see what it's about. Yep, so here we have Make, Do and Mend in Applewood by Lilac Mills. So let's see what this one has. Lottie, right, can their marriage be mended in time for Christmas? Lottie has always been thrifty and is even more so now as a mother of 3. Luckily, her habit of taking broken items and upcycling them has worked wonders for a living on a shoestring. Henry can't face telling Lottie he's been made redundant. Hiding the truth from his wife, the race is on to find another job before Lottie discovers he has another useless item for her collection, one that is beyond repair. Christmas is a time for giving, but will Lottie grant Henry another chance if she learns about his lies? And can Henry give Lottie and their kids the life he so desperately wants them to have? Ooh, that does sound... It could be good, but then again it could be... So yeah, I do like Lilac Mills' writing, I have to say, so I am intrigued to sort of see where this goes. So that is kind of going to be part of my reading for this week. So we'll see if we get through all 3 of them. What have I got planned for the weekend? Not a lot, just a relaxing weekend. There's some rugby on. There's athletics on. I know that the World Swimming Championships is starting, so hopefully watch that. Luckily up here we're not getting the heat wave that is happening down in the south of England or in the middle of England, in Wales, etc. Thank goodness. I do like hot, warm days or hot weather, but I don't like it that hot. That's just way too hot for me. So I'm really, really glad we've not got that today. It is dull, it is overcast, it's drizzling. Typical Scottish summer, guys. But yeah, so that's kind of the weather with us. Please let me know down in the comments what you're going to be reading this weekend. I would love to know what have you read this week. It would be good to know as well. Have you read any of the books that I have mentioned? What did you think of them? I would really like to know what are your weekend plans. Are you having really hot weather where you are? If you are, I hope you're staying cool. That's the word I'm looking for. Staying cool and hydrated. Yeah, but that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until my next one, friends, stay safe and happy reading. Bye.